we go. Supposed to be this way. This way. Da-da-da. There's that glare again. One of these days I will fix it. One second. See. Oh wow, that's coming from down low. I don't know how I feel about this lighting. Who is here with me this evening? I can see maybe one person, but I can't see who it is. That is a creepy shadow. It's like we're having ghost stories here tonight. Let me see. I don't know. I'm not seeing anything else. I have to get a different light for this setup in here, even though I like this setup. All right, I'm gonna light some sage. I'm a little late this evening, so I'm just gonna get talking and get going. And if you pop in, you pop in. If you don't, the replay will be up here, as you guys know. Yeah, we had a little surprise trip today to New York City, so I took a little longer getting home with traffic and stuff like that. So I literally ran in the door, printed my notes out, and got ready. And here I am. Pushed it to 7:15 and was still a few minutes late, but I'm still here. So I'm gonna smudge our space, get a little bit of music going. Like I said, I'm just gonna wait a few minutes, see if hopefully my link's working, because I did this all last minute, popping out the link and stuff. Let me see. Hi, Crystal. How are you, my love? I'm still trying to figure out a place for this stupid light. Sorry I'm so late. I'm never late. I'm always on time. My time, right? I make my own time. Hey, Erin. How are you, love? No, David surprised me with a little trip to New York City today to go do a little shopping. It was a nice little trip, a nice little getaway for the day. Unexpected and nice, you know? No, I'm never late. It's Georgia time. And it's funny because, God rest her soul, but my son's grandmother, Dora, she always used to make fun of me, and not make fun of me, but bust my balls and say, oh no, she's just on Georgia time. Because I've always kind of been on my own time, man. I tried my whole entire life to be on time, but it's fine. I'm fine with it, so I own it. I own it. So I loved everything we were talking about. I'm so sorry that you're dealing with what you're dealing with, Crystal. That's bullshit that they didn't tell you sooner than that. Something in that situation, you give the person more than enough time to where they can get that, you know, accommodate things and make up for the money that they lost. No, I don't want to do that. It's just such bullshit. I will light a candle for you. Oh, there we go. I'm like, why is this not working? Technology. Beautiful drive today to the city, though. But your guides will guide you in the right direction. They really will, and I know that everything will work out for the best for you. Here we go. Sorry, I'm just looking for some nice music for the background. How's your week been? Have you been doing the healing sessions? I know some of you are behind. I can't get this. You will. Once I get this going and light my candles, we can start. But this is taking a second. So get your journals ready and your pens. As well as I have two ways that you can do our little ritual that we're going to do, you can either have a bowl of water, or you can have something, a safe burn proof dish, a cauldron or something to burn away, whichever way you want to do it. I have both here with me. I'm not quite sure what I feel called to do tonight. But you do have that choice. And again, you don't need the tools. You are the tool. What is happening? I need like a technician when I'm doing this stuff. This is the one part that is like, oh my God. Okay, I'm almost there. Almost there. And normally I'd have all this stuff set up, but because of traffic was terrible, because of course, you know, right at the time we get around our area too, it's rush hour. So it's like, are you kidding? But I had time to have dinner, get most things set up, and here we are. Okay, I got it. Fuck it. It's not working out for me, so I'm not even gonna waste any more time on that. My week's been great. The shadow work is a savior for not flipping out on them. Right? Seriously? Hi Faith, how are you? Catching up, but love the recap so much. Happy to be here live. I'm glad that you're here live. I think this is your first live, isn't it? Usually they're not this out of control. It's just I started late tonight. Let me try this one more time because I really want it. You know, we're all meant to be where we're meant to be when we're meant to be. Does that make any sense? Doot. Why? You know, I miss the good old days. I do. When we didn't have to worry about technology because there wasn't much of it. Yes. Okay, here we go. You know what I mean? My guides have gave me a magical idea of a creation to make, so I'm going thrifting tomorrow and get. I really love that. I really, really love that. Don't you love that when it comes to you in something that you make? You know what I mean? Because it comes out in expression that way, and I absolutely love that. Okay, here we go. Okay, so let's get started. I think everyone's here that's going to be here. I waited a little bit, got a couple extra things ready just in case anybody else wanted to pop on, because I know I'm a little late and sometimes I'm hard to find. So now that I got things going, let's smudge our space a little bit. And welcome back tonight for our session 4 of Shadow Love, transforming shadows into allies. Take a deep breath in. Get your space. See how much better it is with the music. I have to get a new drum because my drum got ruined, unfortunately, so I cannot play the drum right now. And then I'm also going to, because I feel called every time we do these, is my Dark Goddess candle from Melanie. I'm gonna burn that. Can you smell it? It smells so wonderful. There was smell-o-vision. It's, as you know, black orchid and neroli. That was my creation. All right, let me put this over here. I'm in rare form tonight. I'm in good mood because I really like this class, so I'm excited about it. I'm excited that you are here live with me, those of you that are. And welcome to all the replay viewers, too. I'm glad that you guys are here. I wanted to do a quick recap session, or a quick recap of the recap, kind of. You know what I mean? To kind of go over that. Excuse me, of when we did our recap of session 3, integration of shadow and light. So basically, before we dive in tonight, I wanted to take a moment to reflect on to explore our experiences that we had in session 3. Again, integration of shadow and light. We talked about how healing isn't about choosing one over the other, but about allowing both to exist in harmony. Many of you shared moments where we began to notice balance returning, moments where your light softened your shadow and your shadows deepened your light. You know what? I want you to take a nice deep breath with me right now, and I want you to honor how far you have come. Take that breath. Hold and release. Like a big weight taken off your shoulders. Doesn't that feel good? Doesn't that feel good after all the work that we've done so far? We're here. We're in session 4. We have one more session, session 5. We're going to do more work after that, but this is the shadow love. You've already done so much inner work. You really have. I've seen the stories that you've been sharing. Again, I will have the event page up soon so we can share more. But I see the things you guys write and the experiences that you're having. And it just warms my heart to see that you guys are doing the work and you're seeing a difference and you're feeling a difference. And I am too. I was talking to somebody the other day about it, how I handled the situation Karen, you guys know, I handled Karen in a very good situation. Erin knows me. A long time ago, I probably would have maybe gave a little Karen a little bit more than what I did. But no, I was smiled and I was just calmly handled the situation. I'm like, Erin knows. Thrifting is fun, by the way. But yeah, I would have lost that. And by doing this work, I calmly handled the situation. And I was like, it's okay. I wasn't embarrassed. Another thing, I've been really, just kind of not owning who I am, but not being afraid of being me. I never really have been. But like today, here's another moment for me, and I'll share this with you before we get a little farther. It is beautiful. We were at a rest stop coming back, right? Oh my God, where is he? I should tell David to throw him up. So we stopped at a rest stop. I have ADHD. I have childlike tendencies, and I like stuffed animals, okay? I'm almost 50. We were in there, and I looked at I found an axolotl. I found a fucking axolotl. He's probably like this big. And you squeeze his tummy, and it pops out. It makes a noise, and it's got oh my God, I love it. And it's pink like my axolotl, right? So I looked at it, and I'm squeezing it like a little kid, and I'm thinking to myself, here a 50-year-old woman stands with all these people. People were looking at me weird, because David bought it for me. He just looked at me. I'm like, I need it. But as I'm standing there at Chick-fil-A that I didn't need, I was squeezing it, and this is what I was thinking, a 50-year-old woman squeezing an axolotl and enjoying it. And you know what? I did not give 2 shits about. I stood there with a smile on my face, owning it. Owning my fucking squeezy axolotl. Pink, and almost 50 years old, and I squeezed the shit out of it, and I loved every second of it. And I did not care about what I had a pink sweatshirt on, my blue shirt, my red hair. I didn't match at all. My foxtail hanging, my leather bag. I didn't give 2 shits, man. And I get looks, and so the shadow work is making me, I guess, a little more bolder to be me. And I was already kind of bold before. You know what I mean? Oh my God, they're so cute. Being me, it's perfect, and I loved it, and I was just so happy to be me in that moment in my child self, and I didn't give 2 shits. I was so happy I had that fucking axolotl, and I was squeezing it for everybody to see, and I didn't care what they thought, and I smiled because I didn't care what they thought, and my husband loved it. He loved it, because I even said to him, I go, I don't care, man. I just don't care. It was a liberating feeling. It was a great feeling, Tackle the Karen. See? A long time ago, I may have tackled Karen. But now I embrace it and I meet it with compassion. Isn't that funny? But seriously, that wasn't that moment today. I'm finding, and here's the thing, and I hope you guys are too, is when I have these moments, I'm recognizing them. I'm realizing them, and I'm noticing them, and I'm like, even bringing them to David's attention sometimes. And I don't share everything with him because he's my husband, and he's sometimes they don't understand. Yes, Karen Tacklers. I was a Karen Tackler too, man. I'm little, I'm short, but I'm fiery. I maybe may have even in my life tackled a man. So let's just relax because he did something to another woman. I was aggressive. But I was always a protector. I was always a protector. It was always to protect someone or myself, you know? But not anymore. Not anymore. Isn't that funny? Oh, that's funny. Anyway, where was I? So this is why I make notes so I don't lose my spot. So anyway. Here's where I was. I was like, where was I? Okay, yes. And I was just right here at the end of my windows. Tonight, we're going to take that integration even further. That's where I was. Thank God. Like I said, I have notes. Otherwise, I would have been like, my ADHD would have taken over. We're going to dive further in by learning to transform our shadows into true allies. So get ready. It's going to be a good night. Me too. I was the protector of like my sisters and stuff and my friends and stuff. And I could tell you many stories that you would be like, really? Because I was the sweetest, most friendliest, fun person. But once you overstepped that boundary and messed with anybody that I loved or me or in any situation, I handled it a lot more aggressively. And yes, that does have a lot to do with inner work, you know what I mean? Because at that point in my life, I didn't even know what inner work was, you know what I mean? I was just angry, I guess, if you think about it, you know, not angry, but yeah, I guess so angry at those people for whatever they did to make me get to that point, you know what I mean? It's like instead of understanding, maybe they come from some place of this or that, you know what I mean? And coming to it with compassion instead of just instantly reacting. It's such a different world when you come about it the other way. It really is. I'm too old to fight, man. Can you imagine? It's a good thing I'm doing this. I'm joking. So welcome, my beautiful souls, to session 4. I just wanted to talk about session 3 there a little bit. Tonight we step into session 4, our shadow love journey, transforming shadows into allies. This session is about reframing. Realizing that every shadow holds a hidden gift, because it does. It really, really does, which some of you are already learning. We've met our shadow, shown it compassion, and begun integrating what we've learned. Now we move into transformation, where what once felt heavy becomes wisdom. And that once scared us becomes strength. And I don't know if you've heard me say, but I've been saying this quite often lately, is I've been turning my pain into power. And I really have, and it's an amazing feeling, you know what I mean? It's like almost bringing every part of your power back, you know what I mean? If that makes any sense. I keep looking at a beautiful lotus that's on my screen. Your Taurus instincts would come out, yeah. And Scorpio, maybe Aries, just a little bit. That's a fiery combo. Well, not really fire, it's a, you know what I mean. Not fiery, but you know what I mean. So I wanted to start tonight out with a guided lantern meditation. So I want you guys to get comfortable, and I want you to sit back and close your eyes. All right, ready? Close your eyes. Take a nice deep breath with me in. Hold and breathe out. We're going to do this 3 times. Take another deep breath in. Hold and breathe out. And one more time. Breathe in. Hold. And breathe out. Oh, I breathed out beforehand, that one. Now I want you you to visualize holding a golden lantern, its flame steady and kind. The light expands gently, revealing parts of yourself once hidden or judged. You don't need to fix or change anything, just notice. Whispered inwardly, even my darkest is divine. Then slowly open your eyes, carrying that warmth with you. You can surround yourself with the lantern glow. Carry that with you. I thought that was really pretty. Just a tiny little visualization I wanted to add in. Okay, now let's really begin. So every shadow holds a hidden gift. Each shadow we carry was born from something, a wound, a fear, or story we once told ourselves to stay safe. Within that shadow lives a hidden power. When we repress our anger, the hidden gift may be truth. When we bury fear, the hidden gift is courage. When we feel shame, the hidden gift may be empathy. The shadow is not your enemy. It is your unseen teacher. Transformation happens when we meet our shadow with compassion instead of judgment. The moment we say, I see you, I honor you, I am ready to learn from you, the shadow softens and reveals itself to you and reveals wisdom. I want you to carry this affirmation with you. You can write it down. I believe it's in the notes that I also gave you. I see my shadows as teachers, because each one of your shadows is a teacher. Within every lesson, or within every, how do I say this? Within every shadow, there's a lesson, with every shitty situation, there's a lesson. You know what I mean? Lessons are what make us who we are, if you think about it. We learn from so many things, and everything we really learn a lot from are the hardest things. Do you know what I mean? Does that make any sense? I just went down that rabbit hole. The shadow is not your enemy. It's your unseen teacher. Just remember that. Keep that affirmation with you. Let me put this back up here. Now, I'd like to do a little ritual with you. This is where you are going to need either a bowl of water or a safe-proof burning dish. I'm going to use water because of where I am tonight. I do have both, but I'm thinking if I burn that, it's I don't know. I don't really have the windows open or anything, so we're going to go with water tonight on my end. So I do have my little quartz bowl here. I do like to use my quartz bowl, as we know. And this ritual is called Releasing Shame and Keeping the Wisdom. Just put this up here so I can see. Do you guys have your pens and papers ready? Also, since we are going to do a little ritual, arms are so sore from working out. It's a good thing. It's good sore. So get your piece of paper. And your pen. Okay. Now, I want you to take your pen and paper, and I want you to write down any judgments, regrets, shames, anything you're ready to release. So I'll give you a few minutes where we can write down some things, and you can write it all on one piece of paper and then rip that piece of paper out. All right, I think I have mine down. Well, this is a big one for me, so yeah. It's one that came up during my shadow lesson, you know what I mean? So what we're gonna do is when you write what you're gonna write down, always fold it away from you, okay? If you're releasing. If you're bringing something in, you're gonna fold the paper towards you. I like to fold 3 times, which I know you can't really see me because I'm down here. So I had my paper like this, and then I'm gonna go 1, 2, and then 3. So that's how I'm gonna fold mine. And then I will tell you both ways that you can do it, because I wanted you to feel intuitively if you want to burn or submerge. Like I said, I am submerging. Let me pour some water in my bowl. And I always use my quartz bowl if you have one, because if you do have a quartz bowl, it just really amplifies any of the magic that you're doing. You know what I mean? Magnifies and amplifies. So if you have your paper, and you're gonna burn it, what you're gonna do is you're gonna light your paper on fire. Well, hold on, let me do this first. We're gonna do the water one first, and then I'll tell you how to do the burning one. Sorry, Oliver just came in again. So after you write your stuff down, I want you to hold the paper in your hands before we do anything with it. Okay, hold it in your hands and repeat after me. Say quietly, I release this story with love. I keep only the wisdom. And really feel that, what you're saying, going into your piece of paper as you're speaking it. I blow. It's just something I do. We all do things differently, but I like to, if I'm doing something to my hands, blow my life force on it. And then after you take your piece of paper, you're going to either safely burn it somewhere, or what I'm going to do is submerge it underneath this water. And as I submerge it, I don't know if you can see, I hope you can. I'm going to visualize the ripples in the water taking it away. And if you're burning yours, visualize the smoke carrying it away. So you can see my ripples in there. Visualize the ripples taking it away. And visualize the energy transforming into golden light. And this is what you're going to say. Repeat after me. My shadows are doorways to my gifts. My shadows are doorways to my gifts. I love that. Isn't that pretty? And if you have the water, what you can do is you can safely go pour this outside into the earth. Or if you have the ashes, you can do the same. Or another thing I like to do with the ashes that I have is once it's done burning, I'll go outside and I'll blow them into the wind. That's another beautiful way to release your ashes instead of burying. You don't always have to bury everything. How do we feel? How are we feeling? That felt really good. I release a lot of things. You know, we do a lot of work. We do a lot of new moons, full moons, releasing, that kind of thing. But this is one thing I've never released before because it's only something that I've really has come up in the shadow, the shadow session. Something I always knew but didn't ever tend to because I was afraid. You know what I mean? And now I'm facing it. Doesn't it feel wonderful? I'm so glad you're here tonight, Crystal. I really am. And you too, Erin. I feel like you two are here live and it's the three of us because you both needed this healing tonight in some, look at, there's three of us, get it? The number 3. I don't know, it's just, there's something about that. I know you both needed it. I know you both needed it live. I feel that very much so. So moving forward, our closing affirmations, I want you to repeat after me and you can write these down. Again, I did send you the PDFs in the Coven chat. If you don't have it, just let me know and I'll send you the link. I'm pretty sure we all have it. Okay, so repeat after me. I'm gonna put my hand just right over my heart. I don't know why I feel like it. So wherever you feel, put your hand right now. I don't know why I'm feeling this, but it's not on my little papers, but let's do this. Put your hand wherever you feel you need it right now. Mine's my heart space. And repeat after me. Even my darkness is divine. My shadows are doorways to my gifts. I am whole, luminous, and evolving. I honor the lessons of my shadow with gratitude and grace. Isn't that beautiful? I said that the other night and it felt so good. And I'm like, oh, this is, I have to write this down. I felt it with, I got goosies. So I feel like that's, I like it a lot. And then my journal prompt for you this week, and I am, like I said, going to create the event page for those of us that are really doing the work, that want to get really talking about it. You know what I mean? So I'm going to do that tonight because I'm wide awake because I've been in a car a lot today. So I'm going to do that, and I will add you guys right away and everybody else that needs to be added to that space. And then your healing integration, I want you to do your healing exercise. Oh, your journal prompt, I'm sorry. I didn't give you your journal prompt. So your journal prompt is going to be, what power have I hidden that I'm ready to reclaim? And then your healing exercise, yay, see, I know, is throughout this week, when emotions rise or shadows surface, because this week seems pretty high for even a lot of people. I see it right now everywhere. Pause and ask yourself, what gift do you carry? What wisdom are you offering me? And this is, I'm sorry, I should explain this better. So throughout the week when you're doing this, when the emotions rise or whatever shadows surface for you, pause and ask yourself, what gift do you carry? What wisdom are you offering me? And I want you to notice how your relationship to discomfort changes. And I want you to take note of that, and I want you to write it down. And these are stuff I'd love to talk to you guys about too, like on the event page. How did this feel? Would you go through and, did this? I have so many questions. Where was I? Oh, notice how your relationship to discomfort changes. Write that down. Keep track of that. The shadow becomes softer, revealing its message. It really will. And that's really all I have tonight. I will close our circle. But thank you so much for showing up bravely tonight, because this work is not easy. And I am so proud of you, for those of you that are doing this work and following through and seeing a change. It's so important that we can all say that we want to do it. It's hard to do, and a lot of us are scared to do it. But the outcome is so good for you. And you're always doing shadow work. You know what I mean? There's always stuff that pops up. But it's like a cleansing of your house. You know what I mean? Your house. This is your house. Does that make sense? Um, it's, and it feels safe here. You can cry, we can laugh. This is our space. This is our space. And I want everyone to feel comfortable. I want everyone to heal. If you have any questions, reach out to me. We can talk about this on messages too. Um, so thank you showing up bravely tonight. Um, you truly are walking a path of alchemy right now. You're turning pain into power, which is what I've been saying all along. And shadow into light. You're turning pain into power and shadow into light. I absolutely wrote down a lot of prompts and I'm not quite sure how to answer them. And you sit with it. You sit with it throughout the week and you answer. It will come to you. It will come to you. Do your mirror exercises because I know that you're catching up. Those are so important, and take your time. You don't have to be right caught up. This is when you do it on your time, but make sure that you do these exercises. And like I said, don't ever say that you don't have time, because you can get up in the morning, look in the mirror and say, I love you. You are worthy. You can do it. The mirror's right there. It's so beautiful and rewarding. It is. It is hard, but doing the work is so beautiful and rewarding. It is, Crystal. Power and light, yes. It is a beautiful thing. It really is. And I love that we have a community that we can heal together in, you know what I mean? And we can share our experiences and we can feel safe enough to share our experiences. It's a small little community right now. It's not huge. It's like the perfect time to do this work where we are right now, because I think within the group that we have, we're very comfortable with each other, you know what I mean? And we feel safe, and I will protect you guys. I got you guys, man. You're under my big wings. Let's close our circle. I'm proud of us all too. I really am. I'm proud of everyone, even those of you that have started, that have paused, because you will get there. You know what I mean? In time when you are ready. You really will. And like I said, on some of these things that we do, there's parts that you can skip, like there's some of you that are doing the Dark Goddess Reading Circle. You don't have to go on the journeys to meet the Dark Goddesses. You can step away. And I actually am now letting people know, okay, we're going to do the visualization, go down and meet them. And it'll be about 5, 8, 10 minutes, whatever. You can step away and come back. Because not everybody's ready to take that step, and I totally understand that. It's in your time when you're ready. These videos are always up for you guys, and you can always have access to them. So stay tuned on Facebook for the event page. They'll only let it run for 3 weeks because it sucks, because Facebook sucks. But they'll only let the event run for, I think 3 weeks. But it'll always be there. You can always go back and chat, and it just stays active, if that makes sense. But I think we can all still get to it. So I will put a link up there, and it will be labeled Shadow Love Classes 1 through 5, sessions 1 through 5, where we can talk about everything. You know what I mean? Our experiences. It's a safety place, and it will be completely private. Only people that I invite into it will be allowed. So thank you. Thank you. Let's close this up. That's because I work out and it hurts now. Oh my goodness gracious. Love you guys so much. Have a beautiful night, and I will be in touch. Mwah. Bye.